Hi everyone, welcome to another Radio Culturale show. My name is Hong Lam, and today we have a couple of international students and a PhD student from who are studying or working in the University of Guelph, and I'll have you guys introduce yourselves.
My name is Natalya. I'm from Azerbaijan, and I study tourism management, and I'm a full degree student.
Hello, my name is Cendy. I'm from China. I'm a full degree student.
And welcome to Radio Culturale. I should also note that usually Candace Stewart is the person who does most of the discussions and interviews, but today she is away on vacation, so enjoy your vacation, Candace Stewart, and hope you're listening in on the show right now. Hi. Okay. So let's get started with our discussion. So it's today we're talking mostly about your experiences in Canada, especially since you guys have are students from different countries with different backgrounds. So if you can recall, what was your first impression that you had of Canada when you first arrived here?
Snowstorm. I came here in January. And at that time, it's just after a major snowstorm, and I've never seen such huge snow in my hometown. So I came here. Wow, that's a lot of snow.
It's not only snowy, like the wind is very freezing. And my city, when I'm from, like capital of Azerbaijan, it's like called like city of winds.
Mm-hmm.
But after I arrived to Canada, I understood that like those winds are nothing, and like they're not freezing at all. But here, like when it's windy, I don't want to go out even from my residence.
Yeah, it's the wind chill. It's not just like the wind, but like the wind chill.
Yeah, exactly. And also everything is huge and not a lot of people because I'm from a crowded place and there's people everywhere, and here cars, houses, nobody on the street. And in the summer, I moved to Guelph in the summer, and I feel there are more walking squirrels on the street than walking human beings.
That is true. We are known for our Guelph squirrels. So Cindy, you said that you moved to Guelph, but you were in Canada before then, right? You went to...
I went to Dalhousie University in Halifax, and I did my undergrad there.
Oh, so that's a really big difference from like the big city and the really, really small.
Well, yeah, Halifax is a big city, but it's also have a harbor view, just so different than a typical Canadian city. That thing is like a small, kind of like a European town thing.
Yeah, that's really cool. And yes. Okay, so moving on from your first impression of Canada, when you first arrived to the University of Guelph, what did you guys think of the environment? Like, I know you saw like a lot of the University of Guelph squirrels.
My first status on Facebook about Guelph was squirrels everywhere.
Oh yeah, great. There are a lot of squirrels, and it's really surprising too because the squirrels here, they're actually a lot. Like, if you were to go to like the downtown Guelph and stuff like that, it's a really small city, of course. So downtown Guelph, their squirrels are a lot different than the squirrels in the University of Guelph. That's not to say about the people. The people are very consistent throughout the city. But the squirrels are different. Like, you can see here, and you can probably like feed the squirrels out. There's a rumor where you can like feed the squirrels out of your hand in University of Guelph. But hopefully, I don't know if you guys have done that. But yeah, is that the only first impression you had of Guelph? Just the squirrels?
My first impression was like, I can't explain it because I arrived in the evening and it was snow everywhere as there was no one in campus and I was alone. So it was like, why I came here and what I'm doing here. I just want to sleep and I just,
Yeah.
So my first impression like wasn't very, how to say, interesting because like there was nothing to be impressed with. It was just evening and snow and no one else.
Yeah, I think for the most part when you arrive to Canada, it's like it takes a while for the feeling to set in, and then once you do that, you're like, I kind of want to go home now. Did you guys ever feel like when you first arrived to Canada, or just like in Guelph or Canada in general, like did you guys feel like have that feeling of homesickness kind of? Like, did you miss going home?
No,
never.
Some shaking
I
of the
was
head.
afraid that I will be really like missing my friends and my family,
So you
but
didn't
I
have
keep
that?
in touch like with Skype, and so I feel really good. And I miss them, of course. I want to see them, but I don't feel like homesick or something else.
Oh,
Yeah, same here. I don't think I'm myself is a sensitive person, so I came here and just, oh, Canada is awesome. Even though I don't really like the boring place, but yeah, everything is awesome.
And I'm going to home in April after my final exams, so like, and I will be at home till September. So I arrived only for 3.5 months, and I will be again at home for 4 months. So I don't need to miss them much. Because I know people that are arrived here right for 1 year, and they're not going home during this year. So yeah, in this case, I would say miss them.
Yeah,
But
so
now, yeah.
like I've heard like a lot of people. There's a lot, like I know in the University of Guelph, like especially with the Office of Intercultural Affairs, we have like a lot of workshops for culture shock and like homesickness, and I want to go home and I want to see my parents again. But it seems like you guys are
and
totally
also
fine
like
with
one
that.
more plus of this. I don't know if it's in whole Canada or only this university, because like I haven't been to many cities yet. But like if I go to, for example, one office, I want to ask them something, and it's not their like area, they always tell me where I can go. Yeah, they don't say that like, no, we don't know, sorry, look, just find yourself something. And like I know that everyone that I can ask something, and they will lead me to another like place or service or office where I can know something. So
yeah, exactly. And also I feel if you get really involved and find a local friend circle, it's really hard to be homesick.
Oh yeah, that's true. When you find someone like some friends who are like around, like and you speak the same language too. And
that's
everything, too.
what
yeah. Same. Doesn't have to be the same language, but just as long as
someone.
I have a circle and then hang out with someone.
Yeah, it's good. Like the hardest part is finding new friends, but when you do find new friends, it makes things so much easier for you, as well. I don't have the experience, but I'm pretty sure like when you find most international students when they arrive, you kind of like fall into a clique of like people that you
because you all feel
to.
the same, like feeling of something new.
Yeah, you're all new to the university, you're all new to Canada or something like that, and so you kind of like share that bond. And you're just like, God, Guelph is so weird, so let's share it.
I do find a really weird thing. I live in the Reds when I first arrived, because I was 20 when I first came to Canada, and then I live with a lot of 18 years old people in my Reds, and everybody's getting fake ID and go to the bars, and then they realize, oh, you're 20, you're not going to the bar. How come? You're legal, you're not drinking. So they started giving me drinks and brought me out to the clubs. Well, fine. Oh, crazy Canadian kids.
Like when I'm here more for 1 month, and like every person that I met, even like with a friend from I found a friend from Ukraine, and like she said that they say that I'm from museum, because like I'm 18, I'll be 19 in June. I've never even tried once in my life nor smoking, nor drinking. I never tried these things. I never went to pubs or clubs. I don't like now. I don't know what's
totally
like
new to everything.
Yeah. So here, when they asked me the first day, like when I arrived, I said, "Do you drink alcohol?" I said, "No, sorry." I said, "Yes, that's okay." And like nobody asked me to drink or something. So for me, like, and everyone whom I meet, they say like, "Wow, you never tried it. You never were interested." Is that no? Like my parents explained me when I was 3 years old that smoking and drinking is bad, and why should I do it? Like it's not. I like juice. It's tasty and it doesn't make me crazy. Like I'm among my close friends, I'm crazy, and I'm more crazy than any Canadian that after drinking, and I'm more crazy than
so I don't need alcohol to be hyper, so not a problem.
Yeah, it seems like the expectation is that when you're a first year or like when you're of age, you're supposed to like go all out drinking and partying and do all that crazy stuff. But like, I don't drink either. I don't really like that kind of thing.
Yeah, I can just go out with my friends to a cafe, for example, and just have a nice talk and I don't know, dance.
Just go hang out and with friends.
Yeah,
and,
it's just a social media. Just go out at pubs with friends, but I never really got drunk there and do crazy things there.
But anyway, like I don't drink and I don't smoke, but like I respect the people that do it, not because like they do it, but like because they're also people and it's their choice. And I know some people that drink and not get drunk, and like it's okay, like so they just like this drink, and like I like juice and they like, for example, alcohol, so let them do it. So like I don't like say, oh, you're drinking, so I'm not friend with you. So
But it's good, like, when you arrived to the university, like, for you, Natalia, that you weren't pressured into it. No, for you. I don't know. Maybe sometimes experiences can be different. So, there are some things that can I guess it just depends on who you see as, like, or who your roommates are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I really like it because, like, when somebody asked me where I live, I said Josta Hall. I said, wow, Josta Hall. Yes. Yes, it's the coolest residence. I said, yeah, I don't know what's about others. So yeah, okay, how are your roommates? Are you getting good with, like, along with them? I said, yeah, they're really nice girls, and when I want to sleep early, like, they are quiet, and when they don't want to get up early, I try to be quiet in the morning, so we respect each other. And I said, yeah, and the Johnston, it's in the center of the campus, and you can go to Krilmo like in 2 minutes. I said, yeah. Okay, and what? And how much do you pay for education? I said, no, nothing. My government pays for it. Oh my God, you're so lucky. You are so lucky. I said, yeah, I do. Like, how do you feel? I said, like, I'm a normal person. I'm just happy with my life. So yeah.
Well, like, cause like when you find out that you're being, like, the government pays for your education, it's like it's really.
Yeah, I was like
insane.
my dad, and my mom. We just like began jumping.
Wow.
Yeah, I would
because,
be too.
Like, I also entered the one more university in Bulgaria, American University in Bulgaria, and I was going to leave, and like, I haven't packed all my stuff yet, like, but it was like 1 or 2 days like till leaving there, and we were like parallelly waiting for the government's like answer decision, and like say, okay, buy the ticket, I'm going to Bulgaria, and they call me and said like, oh, we want to invite you to speak to you, and like then see like if you pass the program or not. And I was like postponed like my education in Bulgaria, like just in case. And then they called me, and in more than 1 month, like I was waiting, like we were really nervous, like where are you going
for
to
1
go?
month. Wow.
Yeah, and then like my dad said like start calling to them.
Yeah.
And I was trying to call, like to call to government places is very difficult because like they don't answer quickly and so on. And I was calling. They just stopped. I wanted like to drink water or something, and like the phone began ringing. That's, hey Natalia, like you passed the program. Could you just like come to this ministry and get it?
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. And I was really like, oh, I'm going. Until I started my education here, I couldn't understand like I'm going to another part of the world.
Yeah.
It's somewhere in the north. Snow, so it was really amazing.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
And then so now we understand why you're in the University of Guelph. What about you, Cindy? What do you think? What made you think that you wanted to go to the University of Guelph?
Oh, because I'm doing food science.
For science.
Yeah.
That's the reason why. Yeah. Well, that's good to know. You know what? Like, whatever reason it is, it's good. At least you're coming here and you're enjoying your experiences, or hopefully you're enjoying your experiences in the University of Guelph.
The only thing that I really miss, not my home, not my friends, it's my national cuisine, the food. I really, all the Canadians are vegetarians. Like, I want and I ask for fries and for meat. I say, do you want any vegetables? No, I don't want vegetables. I don't like them. Why I just ask for meat and for fries? Why you are...
Wow.
And all the salads, they're just vegetarian. And for example, for me, I don't look at me, I'm very thin, but I really, eat much. And I like, food is my hobby. I like eating. Yeah, really.
Who doesn't like food?
I don't know who, but I say like, all my friends say, how can you eat so much? I even eat more than my friends, like the boys.
You eat 2 pounds per meal.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So the one thing I miss is like in our country, like there are very many dishes from meat. And they're really tasty. So, I'm good. When I come home, I will eat much meat.
All the meat that you can find.
Try to learn how to cook. Yeah, I cook, but I don't know how to cook before I come here. And then somehow living by myself, just gradually, I know how to cook.
Yeah, I think that when you're like stuck here and like you're on your own and everything, you kind of have like hit the ground running and just like figure out how to do everything.
Exactly.
Do the laundry, fold your clothes, and make
fight with
foods,
waters.
make sure to feed yourself, shower with something or other.
Yeah.
But for me, it's comfortable because I live near Kremlin, and
Yeah.
it's easy for me to
Yeah.
go out to eat.
Yeah.
And for example, for this semester, I have a very good schedule, and and everyone said that I'm very lucky of my schedule too, because of all my classes every day at 8:30 for 1 hour, like, and then like on 3 days when I have them like at 7 o'clock and at 3 o'clock, so that's it. And the whole my day, like, say I'm free,
Wow.
and I can
Wow.
study, take shower,
That
eat
is
something. So
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sounds good.
yeah, it sounds like you're enjoying your time, especially considering
Yeah.
like you have like you basically have like the best first year, like first experience ever.
Really?
Yeah. When
I
I,
wish-
first came here.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm a
wow.
Canadian student, and I wish I had that schedule.
I know.
I'm happy to know that.
Yeah, when I was in my first year, I was taking biology, and all the words are like, oh, what are those?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the words. I don't know what the prof is talking about.
I just want to sleep and eat.
Yeah, I fall asleep in biology lectures.
I fall
Yeah.
asleep like for 4 minutes for my first geography lecture because it was 3 hours evening,
Wow.
evening
Gosh,
class.
Yeah.
And I was just, oh my god, I don't want to
asleep.
listen to it. And like, you know, before the midterms, the professor said, you are going, most of this exam will be like from your class notes. And I didn't make notes like
Oh,
during
God.
Yeah, I know.
like, oh yeah, really? I'm
yeah.
going to drink coffee
Yeah.
before that lecture again. So.
Yeah, I think I did the same thing, and then said I didn't really take the full note of whatever the prof was talking about, so I have to somehow get through like 200 pages of textbook to get through a
Oh
midterm.
gosh, yeah. Like sometimes I've noticed that when I'm looking over my notes again, and like it depends on who your professor is, right? Because
Yeah.
sometimes like your professor is like really really cool and he's really engaging and he can say whatever it is, and then you have a lot of fun in your class. And sometimes it's like the professors in the university. Sometimes it's just if
Yeah.
you get the
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
yeah, you guys know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're listening.
Yeah, we'll not say any names, just for our protection.
Yeah.
Probably hide your voices or something like that as well. So I guess we're kind of like veering off into different directions here, and I totally enjoying our conversation right now so far. But I guess this is more of in your experiences in your university of in Canada, and if you had experience in university in your other country, or if your friends had experiences in the university in your other countries, like what differences are there, do you think?
Like, there are a lot of differences between
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
education in my country and here,
Yeah.
because like for example, we don't have campuses. Like there is a building of university,
Mm-hmm.
and like people, for example, they just live in their homes and they just go for by bus or by
Ah.
taxi, for example.
Oh.
It will take them 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and like we have only, for example, one building or like 3 buildings, for example, if it's a big university, or different, for example, I don't know. In the university of, for example, information science or something,
Yeah.
and the university that covers many sciences and so on.
Yeah.
So like here, like we have campus, we have residences, like it's,
Yeah, and
but
centers
there,
and stuff.
there's different, and there, like for example, there are no auditoriums. There, for example, 30 people in class.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, and there's professors
That's
telling the
different.
lecture. Yeah,
That
and for
is a
example,
big
like
shift.
there you don't choose like your time. For example, if you are first year, for example, you go to the university at 8 p.m. a.m. and then go back, for example, at 2 p.m. And if you're second year, you go to 2 p.m. and till 7 p.m.
Yeah,
for
they have a
example.
set
Oh,
schedule
wow.
So
for
it's
you.
like a
Yeah.
school, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, we also have a set schedule. More likely, all the required course in the first year, you're gonna take this and that and that. But then not like here, we got a more choice about the sections, but they schedule which section we are going. So we just go follow the schedule that is already made. And then for the campus, we have walls of the campus. So that's the set university area. And then if other people want to get in, I think they have security issues. That's just they have to somehow get through the security and make them get into the campus. Not that strict, but then
Yeah.
more strict than here.
Yeah,
Totally,
and,
yes.
we also have like IDs, for example, now our university show like before entering the university, for example. But here, like for example, if I'm not taking some class, I think I can go just to auditorium and listen to it. Yeah.
I find it really interesting too, because like it's not when my first year when I arrived here, it was during the around midsummer, like around mid-August, just to to see the campuses. And even during that time, it wasn't just only students that were around campus. It was just like there were students, there were professors walking around, there were
High school students.
high school students as well. Great like middle school kids that were walking around because there's like summer programs that occur sometimes during. You'll probably experience this when you're probably gonna be here on Natalia, right? But yeah, there's like a lot of so the university is still pretty much really active even during the summer when not a lot of students are around, and like even people who aren't in university, like I don't know, people just people who happen to be around nearby campus or whatever, they just want to hang out someplace, they can go to the university as well, and it's totally open. There's no security for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's pretty. It seems really laid back here in Canada. I'm really surprised about how laid back it is in Guelph as well. I've always made the assumption when I was walking around my first year on university, I was like, there's like really like no one monitors you when you go into class and everything like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
In our university, look, for example, you can miss, for example, only 3 classes through the semester,
Oh, yeah.
and if you don't, you must pay,
You
or
failed.
you just go out from university, so you can't like miss the classes or something.
Yeah.
In one case, like on one hand, it's good because like if you can't control yourself and study, for example, you need to go. But on the other hand, like if, for example, here I can just I have math tomorrow and I have 96 in my assignments and I know like this math and I've already studied this all in my high school, so I can just sleep this one day and miss the class and
It's more flexible. Yeah, because some of the Chinese university, they take attendance, and then attendance is a part of your final grade. So if you miss a certain number of classes, you lose points.
Yeah.
And then the attendance would random. It's not like you sign up for every single class. It's whenever the professor's in the mood. Okay, let's take attendance.
Oh gosh.
And then we're screwed.
Oh my gosh. I know that in some like small like the seminars for the bigger classes, and then you have the small small classes, some TAs choose to take attendance, or like they have like a sort of participation or class participation mark in there in addition to your, maybe it's just me, but in addition to your marks you get class participation marks as well if you attend your classes and everything. But for the most part, like even the bigger classes, if you decided that, hey, I want to sleep in today and or just not go because I feel sick or something, there's nothing stopping you, really.
Because like here you feel more like grown up because you already can decide. Like, for example, I didn't have orientation week like in summer, like in September, because I arrived only in January, and I had chance to attend like orientation day for international students. And like they told us, like of course, like nobody like takes notes about attending the class or not, but like you're already grown ups. And like it's your choice, like to study or not to study. So if you don't want, you just fail and you just go out from the university. So if you want to study, just do what professors say. And so it all depends on us. Like we already like decide what we want to do or not.
Yeah, that is definitely true. Like a lot of the times, like I remember in high school, like you always have mandatory homework. Like you have to have homework and it's due the next day and all that stuff. But in university, like there's homework there. You should like you can definitely practice. And the textbook, there's like you can do your notes in the textbook. There's readings and everything, but you don't have to do it.
Wow, but you still have assignments to do. If you don't do them, you fail.
Oh yeah, that's true. There's assignments as well, so there's that as well.
I feel the university here got more assignments than the Chinese university. When I was there, I don't think we have a lot of assignment to do. So I was there, I didn't really study. I just like randomly do things and study for maybe 2 weeks for finals, and then I can pass and get decent mark for all the courses. But it's no way to survive in a Canadian university like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like some people, like if you study well and if that's your method of studying and everything's fine, then hey, totally go for it. Every student has their different method of learning.
Yeah, for example, I can study at night. It's better time for me. I just like my brain works better at night. For example, I started studying at 7, and I can study even till 3 o'clock, for example.
Yeah.
And I feel really good. But like here, when you know that you need, for example, your assignment till 4 p.m., for example, and I just wake up and start doing it, so I feel really okay because like I have,
Yeah.
for example, 10 days like till the
Yeah.
deadline,
Yeah.
and I know that I have time to do that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for the most part, like even when I was, with my experiences in university, like if there was sometimes the professor gives like your assignments or all your essay dates and your assignments like all on the first day when you come, and then after that they pretty much just let you do your own thing.
Yeah.
And so sometimes if you want to, you can have like you can put your assignment or your essay off until like the last day of your
Yeah.
your paper when it's
Yeah.
due, and then you just work on it, and then the professor, hey, if that's the way you want to write it and if it's a good mark, then
Don't care.
yeah.
yeah, I mean, like, I don't think the professor is here to like hold your hand or anything like that, but I mean,
Yeah.
they're here to help you if you need help, but like
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm also glad here, like from the first day, all the professors told, like, we'll
Yeah.
have office hours, have emails.
yeah,
Yeah.
You can write us like whenever you want, and like
Yeah,
was really
exactly.
impressed. Like they're really positive and they're really ready to
Yeah.
help. And we have also TAs and professors, so there's so much help. Like why
Yeah.
not just
Yeah.
study?
Yeah, there's a lot of help
Yeah,
for
I think
you.
here is more self-regulated, so have to know when and what you need to do.
Yeah.
But and I think university in Canada is more strict than a Chinese university. In there, it's really hard. It's need a lot of work to get into good universities, and when you get into the university, it's not as hard as a
Really?
Canadian
Same as our
university.
country, like people is studying very hard, you know, like my friends, like were there, for example, like not very seen, but after 1 month of preparations, they were just like a stick, and now they're just in some universities they're just doing
like,
nothing because it's
hanging
really
around
easy
and
or
wondering.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, and here, no, I can never really see people just hanging around and do nothing. Everybody on campus, like, having a huge backpack and going to the library and
and
study.
studying stuff.
Yeah, but not really in China.
Yeah, I don't know how it is. Like, even like I was a huge slacker in high school as well, and yet somehow when I came here, it's just like there's a library, and I never used a library in high school before, and I use it like constantly every time. Like when I have the opportunity, I would go to the library, and like if they have writing services or workshops and stuff like that, I'd be like, yeah, I can have time to, I can go and check on how to write an essay and stuff like that. Which is
Yeah, I also try to attend all the events if I don't know like if they will need them or not. I just take everything that's like chance for me, opportunity,
Yeah.
and I just listen and try to remember because like I don't think that anyone will talk just just for
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it's really good because like the university has a lot of like resources for you to check out. And,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of places for you to study. You can study in a closet if you want to. Like, there's so many rooms for you to study in the university.
Yeah.
Like, you can open a door and there's like an empty space, and you can be like, yes, I can definitely go in here and study.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's really, really useful as well.
Yeah.
So, what? Okay, so we're kind of like understanding the experiences and like studying in the university. But what do you guys think about like the social stuff in university? There's a lot of like, coffee, like food courts, and like it's almost like a mall kind of thing where you have like the bookstore kind of, and to go shopping, and if you need to, there's a mall right down the road and everything, and there's like so many coffee spots in the university on campus.
It's a Canadian thing.
Yeah, I think when I first came to Guelph, I was like, wow, there's like 5 coffee places, 5 Tim Hortons in one campus.
Really?
I don't even know.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I wouldn't be surprised if there is 5 Tim Hortons on campus.
Yeah.
But for the most part, yeah. What do you guys think about the social scene of the University of Guelph? Do you think that it's really calm and quiet, or I think that it's like
I can like compare, for example, to my home city because there I had like my high school life and like it was
That's
another
true.
level of entertainment and so on. But here, like for one first month, I was mostly studying rather than like just having rest or relaxing.
True.
But like I went to the Stone Road Mall and had shopping there for like two, three times. And I went also to the Niagara trip with like this Office of
Yeah.
Intercultural Affairs,
That's
like Crazy
cold.
Sue.
Yeah.
It was where when I came back in the evening, I was like, it was awesome trip because like I don't know, I saw like many places in Niagara Falls, in Niagara Lake City, and I bought some souvenirs for my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I felt really good. So like, but after that, I thought like, oh, if I don't get like 90 on my economics assignment, I won't go to the W sushi tomorrow. And I got 85%, and I
good
didn't
enough.
go.
Oh,
Yeah, I just
yeah.
made
Treat
myself.
yourself.
Yeah,
That's
so like,
good.
every Saturday I go also to this restaurant, like
That's
cafe,
cool.
because
That's cool.
I for the first time in my life I tried sushi in Canada.
Yeah, oh,
and
wow.
I really like them. So like every Saturday, for example, I go there, and so like mostly I was starting this 1 month, but I hope like as soon as I have more free time,
Yeah.
I will try
Definitely.
something new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, international students is kind of hard to get involved at the beginning and have a social life because when they come here, we have a culture
Yeah.
gap, we have a language gap, so we
Yeah.
have to struggle in the first maybe 2 months, just try to get used to a new language, a new culture, and have to
Yeah,
study
everything.
and have to pass the exam.
New life.
Yeah, so I think when I just came here is hard. I barely have no social. I have to study all the time. And then maybe the social would be Friday, Saturday evenings and hang out with my Reds friends. And then later when I get more used to the environment and then I know where are the fun stuff, I start to hang out with people.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, because there's a lot of like I know that the OA does a lot of like events and stuff like that to encourage people to go hang out. And I always wonder like what you guys always thought about that, because I think that especially with the restaurants, like I've seen like a lot of like cultural restaurants in Guelph. I've always wondered like is that like your thing kind of thing? Is it like does it taste authentic?
No, I would say Chinese restaurant here are fake Chinese food.
Well, but you already know, like I you know what, in my experience, like my dad makes a lot of like Asian cuisine as well.
Yeah.
So I already have like a sort of bias towards certain Asian foods.
Yeah, I know.
So if I were to go to a restaurant, I'd be like, I don't need to order Chinese. Why would I pay for something I already know how to make?
Yeah. I
So-
just personally, I just don't like to go restaurants. I go restaurants for social and then just only go with friends and we are hanging out together. I'm kind of a loner. Just saying.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, just saying.
It's not wrong way if you feel comfortable. Like
Exactly.
it's okay.
Yeah. They're like, if you do whatever you want to enjoy. I mean, like, I think that for the most part in Canada, like, it seems like we're pretty laid back. Like, if you guys,
Yeah.
we're chill. Like, if you want to do something, you just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
And
It's
then,
really tolerant. You can do basically whatever you want.
yeah, and then no one will just
No-
bat an eyelash.
Yeah.
Not a lot of judging.
Yeah, that's like also the things that I've like noticed that like I can't just like, don't know. I just wake up, I go to the bathroom and my hair's like this and I'm sleepy and nobody says me anything and I just go into the bathroom
Yeah.
and then go out and sleep again.
Yeah,
Nobody
exactly.
cares what I do. And,
Yeah.
And then somebody on Thursday evening at 2 a.m. in the night, they just start singing songs and said, like, I'm sleeping.
Okay.
Like, but I know, don't tell them anything because, like, it's their... I just
It's
continue
2 in
sleeping.
the
So I was like,
morning.
oh,
Yeah,
my God.
it's so weird because like it seems like no one bats an eyelash if you do something weird here. Like there's some people like on Valentine's Day, which was yesterday.
Yeah.
There was like a penguin in the library. Someone dressed as a penguin in the library who was giving out
Proposed?
giving out like candy and stuff like that for Valentine's Day, like candy tarts and
Oh.
everything. And I thought that was really sweet, but like people were still studying as usual. Like there
Yeah.
were some weird looks, but for the most part, people just kept studying
Yeah.
and just behaving as if it would normally would. And it seems like some people would say that Canadian seems kind of cold because we kind of ignore like a lot of
I don't see
huge
that.
things.
I
But
don't
like
see that.
I sometimes like I see that it's more like you guys are totally weird and do your own thing and thumbs
Yeah.
up for that. You know, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
But for the I definitely it depends on what you guys think about. It's like
Yeah.
I guess if you have a different the way you see Canada. It depends on what your preconceived notions are. I mean, there's also the stereotype that Canadians are really polite.
Yeah.
We always like hold the door
Hold
open.
the door for people.
Yeah, and they also like I found a picture on Facebook, and I also posted like like there's a
Hold the
picture.
doors open.
Yeah, and somebody holds the door, and the person passes, and then like says thanks.
Yeah.
And the second and the third pictures is like
Yeah.
the same person stays like for a while time, and it's like the notes like. Why is he doing here? Why
What
is
is
he
he
doing
What is he
this?
doing?
Yeah, and it's like Canadian.
yeah, I agree.
And if I'm not right, like
No, I
the
totally
person
agree.
says sorry, and I say like no, it was my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Because
okay.
when I first came here, someone told me, well, something good to do in Canada, like try to hold the door for people behind you. So I did that, and it's kind of become a habit. And then later, when I come back home, I try to hold the door, and then just people go through there, and nobody really cares.
Yeah,
Just saying.
I always thought it was weird how like the thing that I've seen that the Canadians do that's really weird, and I still do it too, is you hold the door open even when someone's like 30 feet away, like really, really far, and you
Yeah.
still hold the door open for them.
Yeah.
And you wait for them to come, and then
Yeah,
just
that
pass.
was on the
Yeah,
picture.
yeah.
And then the other one is saying sorry, as Natalya
Yeah.
said too.
Regardless.
Yeah, like even if you're just passing each other in
Yeah.
the door or something like that, and you're just
Yeah.
like trying to move away, you still say sorry.
Yeah,
It's not-
sorry. It's my fault.
Yes,
I'm
for
sorry,
example-
I'm your way.
In my country, we are not impolite, but we just okay, we pass it. We just
It's no
can't
big
say
deal.
sorry, so
Yeah.
yeah. But here, sorry, and I have to say sorry too. Like sorry.
Just
when
you get
in
used to it.
advance.
Yeah.
You constantly do it as well, and then
And I'm afraid that when I will back in my country, they will just look at me. Oh my god!
yeah,
they're so
it's gonna
polite."
be really interesting when you come back to your country and like some of the
Yeah.
habits that you
Yeah,
develop
there
in
will be a
Canada.
reverse culture shock soon.
Yes, when you come back home, your friends are gonna be like, "What have you been doing?"
Yeah, maybe.
Be sure to tell us about it later on. too, when you
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah.
It's like so. Now that you guys have have experience in University of Guelph, what's your future? Like, what do you guys expect from later on in the University of Guelph? Do you have any future goals or future expectations?
I have a goal to complete this university, to get the
Pass.
diploma, then come to my home country and find a good job there.
That's
And
good.
just being prosperous and traveling around the world and gaining, for example, money is not the most important thing for me, but of course
Still
it makes
there.
a better life.
Yeah.
So if it's like you who can make your better life now for the future, so why not? And as I'm tourism management, I want maybe to work in a big hotel or international hotel or
Yeah.
something.
True.
Yeah, and I don't know, it when you meet new people, when you travel, if somebody can send your company may send you for 1 month to another country to work there, it's interesting. So yeah, I imagine my life like this.
Yeah.
That's your goal, anyways.
Yeah.
I'll just finish my degree and see what I can do. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I just
It's
want to
too
pass.
far away.
A lot of people are just like, you know what? When I first arrived into university, it was just like, yeah, totally, really, everything's gonna be awesome. But then it's funny too because when you ask a fourth year or something like that, they're kind of cynical and they're like,
Yeah.
I just want to pass and get
I
over.
think
with."
it's
just
the
wanna
same.
graduate,
It's
you
the
just need
same
a
in all
job.
countries.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for grad school offers. That's it.
Yeah,
I think it's everywhere because it's the same in school. When you are tired, for example, we have 11th grade, not 12.
Yeah.
So it's 11th grade. It's the best. Usually, it's the best year because you're already you're not going to meet very often, and you your teachers and so on. But everyone says, "Oh my God, I want to finish the school. And I want to finish the university." And because you study so much and you don't know what to expect from the life. Maybe you're going to study, and then somebody just steals all your money and all your home, and you will just stay alive and with your education, and nobody needs you. So
Yeah,
you
that's
never
true.
know what to expect from the life. So you must be ready every day
Yeah.
for
be prepared.
yeah.
And take all the opportunities.
Yes, if anything happens, at least you have, just go for it.
Yeah.
Seize the moments, or as everyone says these days, YOLO.
Yeah.
True.
But yeah, so I think that we're almost out of time right now. So I think we're just gonna wrap up. Thank you guys, Cindy
Thank
and
you.
Natalia,
you.
for being a part of Radio Culturale. Hope you guys have been enjoying February and 2013 in general. And my name is Hong Lam. This is Radio Culturale, and hope you guys tune in.